Getting ready to go to the gym. Ooh, time for the sock.
What are your pre-game thoughts?
What's for dinner?
You're up to 90. 60 to go. You're up to 102.
That's stuck. Okay, we've got more to do. Accessory movements. There's me.
Yeah.
You can even see the outline of my bum. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. I have just plonked myself into the boat shed. So it's deload week. And I thought I would make this film for you guys because I don't feel like I've done really a full-on training day, nutrition day, deload in such a long time. And Mike and I are currently at the lake in his family's house just for a quick getaway, and it's been amazing. Sometimes I kind of feel like it's good going to different gyms because it's just a whole change of environment, but then it also feels like it's new and you have to kind of get used to it. That's what I kind of feel like every time I try out a new gym. But it's so good because these Anytime Fitnesses, I think I spoke about it in my last video, but even for camping, they're just so good because Anytime Fitness is one of the biggest gyms around Australia. So many places that you go, especially when you're in the camper van or traveling around Australia, there's a fair amount of gyms available that you can use. So I always find that so useful to have. And this is why there's Anytime Fitness at home, Anytime Fitness here. It's perfect. But yeah, I've actually been thinking about changing up gyms because it's like a different kind of environment going to different gyms. The strength and conditioning, you know, the 24/7 gyms and like the CrossFit kind of style gyms. I've really been kind of drawn towards trying a CrossFit gym or like gyms with lots of open spaces, and Mike has actually been a part of a number of CrossFit gyms before and he absolutely loves it, so I feel like it would be really cool to try. But the downside of that is if you go traveling in Australia, it's not like something you can necessarily go to a different place and kind of use their gyms too. It's just like a one gym, and yeah, so I don't know, something to look into. But we have just got back from training, just cleaned up the house because we're actually heading back home today because I just love this like spontaneous kind of let's just go somewhere. And even though we've been here for like almost a week now at this lake, I kind of miss the beach. And it's really sad because Mike's looking to sell the camper van soon. I can actually hear him coming down some stairs. Can you hear him? Where? I could hear you coming down the stairs. I was like, here he is.
Are you filming?
Yeah. I was saying that we're looking for CrossFit gyms.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we are. It's gonna get real.
You've had caffeine. You've definitely had coffee.
I just know what's coming and it's exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah. The competition between us is about to get fierce.
I think you need to chill out on the caffeine. I think one's enough for you per day. You've made me lose my train of thought.
Hi.
Anyway, yeah, we're just finishing up cleaning this place and then we're gonna get the camper van because Mike's selling the camper van. Because we bought the 4-wheel drive. We're gonna kit all of that out properly, but we haven't been doing that yet because we have the camper van. So I'm sad you're selling the camper van.
I know.
But
I'm sad too.
You've come to join, haven't you?
Yeah, I thought I'd just talk about the camper van. Sad.
It is sad. So you kitted out that on your own.
I did.
It was just an empty shell. It actually looks really good, and I'm getting ants all over me. No wonder why I'm itching. So we have to sell that because I think we kind of figured out that we wanted to go to more of the remote places. So we needed to get a 4x4.
Yeah, just to get it down the dirt tracks a little bit easier.
Yeah. I think we realized that when Mike went down a very off-the-road track and ended up getting us stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
a lot of times my confidence does outweigh my ability.
Oh, I think we're specifically more talking about the car here. It's just not capable of doing those kind of drives. So instead we're going to keep the 4x4 and do like a kitted out. I'm not sure how we're going to kit it out yet, but you kind of have an idea of how you're going to do it. Like put a bed in with drawers.
Yes, so we're going to have a rooftop tent that sits on top of the car. Yeah. And then we'll have a fridge slide. So whenever you want to get the
already, don't we?
But we'll put a slide on, so when you pull it out, it's really easy to access, not like leaning in, with drawers all around it and a big open space for bags.
Currently we just have a boot at the moment, and we've just kind of bought the fridge and shoved it in there with a battery so you can run it. It's actually really handy. Like even for a trip now, we bring food with us. Have we got the fruit out of the freezer? Fruit.
No, I'll go get it.
I came in to actually do that. And Mike's IT band is still playing up.
It's been feeling so good, and then it just
but you said today. Then. What do you mean?
Today was feeling good.
Really?
And then just then getting up was like, the stage left. Exit.
You got to go back to the chiropractor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going completely off topic here, but anyway, that's kind of like the little plans for going and exploring Australia and sorting out the 4x4 and all of that. But that's to come a bit later on, because we're not sure how all of that's going to play out. But right now we're just looking to sell the camper van. Yes, back onto training. So this week is currently a deload week, because last week it was post-ultra. It was definitely needed. Training has been pretty intense, trying to fit in a lot before the ultra, and yeah, because it was just such a last minute thing. So this training's week's just been consisting of doing exactly what I was before in terms of gym and running. Still been doing running, but just decreasing the volume, doing it for movement and quality rather than pulling on the weight and like pushing. But today was the last day of deload, and tomorrow, every day, every Sunday is rest day. So just really focusing on recovering, especially when training increases. I have changed up my calories a bit as well, because there's been so much more running. I eat for performance. Ever since ultra running, I was just trying to eat, not as much as I can, but eat when I was hungry, and just fueling the body as much as I could with good foods. But now I'm completely tracking macros and back onto it, because it's just really important to make sure that protein is being hit and getting in enough carbs and getting enough calories. So I've made that as my main goal at the moment, to make sure just all of that's being hit every single day. But normally on training days I eat a little bit less calories, so 2,100, and for more running days I normally eat about 2,500. And I've never actually eaten that many calories before. 2,500 is pretty big for me, but there's just been so much running, and because that's one of the main goals, getting really back into running again, gotta eat more calories. And you know, I'm not complaining, but yeah, better get going, better get on the road. This is second coffee of the day. Well, goodbye for now, Lake.
I look like a creeper at the end of the tunnel in that frame.
I need to pee.
You haven't had the experience of the boat shed toilet yet.
Is there a toilet in here?
Yep.
Is there? Well, before we go, I feel like we need to explore the boat shed toilet. So this is what we used last time we were here. This is to catch crabs. And this is the tin boat that Mike took me on, right? And I didn't notice until we were halfway, all the way out here, that it has holes. And I said, Mike, this boat has holes. And he goes, I know. What?
This boat?
I was like, this is after you told me the story about the bull shark biting that man's hand off.
Yeah, just round the point.
Sorry, we can't see you. There you go.
My grandfather has updated his boat and fixed.
What do you mean by
hole.
updated? You fixing the hole?
Yeah, we put that.
Do you weld it?
In.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncles will plug all the holes up.
Well, can I just say, I was clinging for dear life when I noticed there was holes. I actually had to put my foot there just to try and cover the hole.
Holes than there usually is, right?
Really? So I'm surprised it floats.
You got it when it was quite waterworthy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to really tempt me to go back into that water after telling me that story and discovering there's holes in the boat.
The adventure, it's the fun.
No. It's gone in 2 bites.
They taste naughty, but they're not.
They taste naughty?
Yeah. It tastes like a little cake.
They do, don't they? But it has yummy chocolate spread inside.
But it's not really chocolate spread either.
No,
like
it's like coconutty.
Yeah.
Yummy.
It's just
back on the road. Overflowed water tank. And now we have a swimming pool. So we're just transferring all of our stuff, all of our bags and stuff, all of our food into here. But we're having a bit of a tidy up in here before we palm more stuff in there, because it needed a bit of a clean from the Ultra from a few days ago. We're heading to the beach. Yeah. So I've picked up a new flavour. I've been looking at this new monster for forever. It's the Ultra Rosa. And I don't really get monsters very often. I don't get fizzy drinks very often. But I keep looking at it ever since. And it's the only flavour that I haven't tried that I know of. And today's the day. And I'm really hoping it's not disappointing. Because you know when you like don't have something very often and then you pick up something because you want a slight change and it ends up being complete disappointment.
It's the worst.
And it's the worst.
You're looking so forward to it, your taste buds are watering, your body's tingling, and then it's just flat.
No, but I'm not like mouth watering for it, but it says Ultra Rosa, so I kind of feel like it's going to be flowery. Because it has flowers on it and it's pink.
I think...
I'm not judging it until we try it.
Okay.
Are you gonna try it though?
Oh, definitely. I always try them, but they're so sickly sweet for me.
Are they?
Yeah, but I always like to try them every now and again.
I'm sorry, but I always open up your vehicle to some sort of full-fat Coke. No, full-fat Red Bull.
I've been framed. It's hers. You never...
Cookies. What was the last one? Was it KFC? Yeah, he's been caught.
You guys have never seen me with a Red Bull, it's hers.
Yeah.
I don't drink the energy drink.
Yeah. Well, Mike's got a very normal one. Diet Coke. For the road. Oh, I thought you bought snacks. I'm actually kind of hungry.
I did bring snacks, they're here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I brought the, what are they called? The rice crackers.
Rice crackers, oh, okay.
I know, but they're the best.
Actually, we have had rice crackers so much, even since the last video. Just snacking on rice crackers, and it's gotten to that point where you don't want another ice cracker anymore.
No.
This is. I hope this is a sugar-free one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Da 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 da.
Kind of smells orangey.
Orangey.
There isn't actually a taste to describe this. It just kind of tastes like Sweeties. It doesn't even taste... You're not going to like it.
Sweeties.
This is actually probably one of the sweetest ones I've had.
Ooh.
Maybe even a bit too sweet for me, but here you go.
Right,
You have a try.
let's have a go. Yeah, no.
It's so funny, I literally see flies coming in and out of our windows because they're both open. It come in from yours and it just went out the other way. Can you see it? Get off! Big old cloud. There's a rainbow! Am I heavy? You look like you're struggling there.
You're not heavy.
When you're in van life.
It's really hard to keep on top of.
Yeah. Well, we only have one set of things, so that's probably why.
Yeah. And also a non-working sink right now.
It doesn't work yet. So the tap doesn't work at the moment. As you can see, we're piling everything in. So this is a new thing of ours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's delicious, sorry.
I've had it before in the UK when I wasn't really in the meat eating phase, yeah. And so I decided to go for a bit of corn. But I feel like for me, I've been quite off meat at the moment. So we've decided to have a bit of corn. It's actually really good. And the macros on it, I don't know if it's me. I think the last time that I had it, I don't know if they've changed the recipe or something, but it used to contain a lot more carbs. But now it's really good protein, lower carb, lower fat. But it was such a long time ago, I can't really say for sure. But these macros are so good. I mean, look at this. It's like not even 1 gram of carbohydrates, and there's 10 grams of protein. So that's so good. I think we're actually going to explore a few more other areas of plant-based.
Yeah.
but we picked up some like chicken burgers today. And some of the macros are just a bit like really carby, really fatty, for like one little chicken thing.
It's because they have, I think it's because they have to use a lot of beans.
Beans?
Yeah, which have like
maybe.
lentils and things like that to make it, which create that higher carb and fat depending on which one.
They taste good though. I've had chicken burgers before, like the plant-based one.
I've never had them. No, so maybe next week.
There's different brands though. I'm talking about like in the UK. In Australia, it's slightly different brands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're having a bit of corn with pasta sauce. We normally cook sweet potatoes, but because we've just come back from our other trip, we've eaten all the sweet potatoes. But that's another snack that we have. What other snacks do we have apart from those health balls that we had this morning, which are kind of like the naughty treats kind of thing?
The health balls.
Yeah, the health balls are very yummy, but sometimes we go through phases of having them all the time.
Apples? We eat a fair bit of apples actually.
But I feel like if we have lots of fruit pots, I don't know, we go through phases all the time of having these certain foods constantly, and then we're like, we're off them. So we did that with sweet potato, didn't we?
Yeah, for a little bit.
And then now we're back on the sweet potato because we figured out what a great carby snack it is. I'm sorry if it's really annoying, we have the fan on.
I can turn that off.
It's okay, we'll be 2 seconds.
But we also figured out how to make this, just a little bit of sea salt on the sweet potatoes, brings them back to life.
Yeah, and we've also been having corn cakes, obsessing.
Salt and vinegar balsamic.
Tend to limit myself on those corn cakes now. Because you know when you have certain foods, you actually feel grottier.
Oh yeah.
And I don't find certain foods like those rice cakes very fulfilling. So you have loads of it, but you don't feel good. Rather than having sweet potatoes.
Yeah, sweet potatoes definitely is the best one.
Yeah, they're very good, but they go off so quickly. That's a problem, especially like in van life when you don't have huge amount of fridge space and yeah, for sure. And but cashew nuts we have a lot of unsalted. So the apples, like the fruity kind of things. I don't actually have that much anymore. I used to have like little pallets of tomatoes.
Yeah, you know, you get them occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally. But you don't really like things like that, so
no,
we don't
they're
tend to
too
get them.
acidic on their own for me.
Yeah, that's true. And then carrots. You don't have carrots anymore. Well, did you ever have carrots?
I had them once or twice, but look, to be honest, they don't fill me up. They do nothing for me.
They're nutritional. That's why you have them. But anyway, these are just things which you can literally just get out of the packet, nutritional, and eat them. And that's what foods we have. Yeah. Because of our lifestyle, we need just things that are
and when you're always on the go.
Exactly.
It's like you don't always have time to heat a meal up.
No, you don't. Which is why when we run out of sweet potato, we're like, oh.
It's a big warning light goes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, yogurt pots is also a big one with frozen fruit. We don't ever get fresh fruit. No. I think also because of this weather, it changes. Because like in the UK, I never had frozen stuff because it's colder. But because it's warmer here.
Yeah, you want to eat more.
Yeah, yeah, we have like more of the frozen stuff. Just to quickly change the subject, you've been saying. What have you been saying? What's that word?
I say water.
Yeah, he concentrates on saying that T, so naturally he goes water.
Yeah.
Hey, was that good?
That was actually really Australian. Yeah, I say
water.
All my T's are D's.
Yeah, he goes water. Come on, give it to us.
I say water.
No, you don't. Say the English version.
Oh, the English version. The water.
Water. One of the Australian phrases that I use. I'm gonna say it's as she, but I'll say she's cute, hey. She's cute, hey.
You actually said.
Here we go. You brushed the floor.
Yeah, he's cute, eh?
He's cute, eh?
Yeah. Checking out the boys, seeing what's on offer. Why not? Why not?
So we're having low carb wrap. These are delicious, these ones. And then Mike's got the filler version.
I'm actually not gonna have those ones.
You're not?
No, I had some more of my
favourite
sweet potato ones.
Those ones are good.
Yeah, these are delicious.
So we're having cheese with wrap, corn. We have 50% low-fat cheese. So we're estimating foods right now. Because we don't have a scale.
Yeah.
Is it too cold to go and sit on the beach?
I don't think so. I might just have to put my shirt back on, but... yeah.
Oh, what are you having for yours?
Haven't.
So I didn't want as much fat because I tend to go over with my fats because I love nuts and peanut butter and all of that. So I'm skipping out on the avocado. But are you having the whole half or are you just having
I'm going to have 2 wraps.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have half an avocado.
Yeah.
This is over 2 wraps.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have 2 slices of cheese.
Yeah.
And then X amount of corn.
Yum.
And then 2 of these.
Yum. I just came in for another wrap. This place always looks so messy, doesn't it?
Because it is.
It is so messy. It's like, where do we put everything? You need to create like a little storage up here.
I actually think we need to just use the bag, keep our bags under the bed.
Yeah.
More than...
Yeah, but then we can't get to it because you have to open this door. Like,
Yeah.
because we were in such a rush, we cleaned our clothes over there, but then we left it in the washing basket and we haven't sorted it out. It was such a last minute. Hey, do you want to go to the beach and sleep at the beach? Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh,
Oh,
bucket.
watch that.
Yeah, so camper van life. We have no lights. But we're actually planning to. Doesn't work.
I always try out of desperation.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna create another app and then need to input all macros to see where we're at. We have biscuits. Do you when you just have a crave? It was one of those days. I was like, what? We haven't had like something like that in a long time, and because I don't like cutting everything out. Like we still have dark chocolate every day, pretty much, and things like that, don't we?
Yeah, but you know what we have got better at buying with the dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Once it's gone to where it's like next week.
Yeah, but we've always been like that. We haven't been like, hey, we've run out of chocolate. We need to go to the supermarket and buy another one.
I would
Have
go
you?
and buy one.
No, I was never like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd buy 2 just in case.
So, when I first met Mike, because we're going there, I went into his van, this van. Yeah, you know what's coming! You know what's coming! And I just found, that light is so right. I just saw loads of packets of, you know, those English Walkers, delicious.
That's so good.
Delicious, they are delicious. Shortbread biscuits. And you'd be like, yeah, I would go through one like one day. Was it 1 or 2 days?
Yeah, 1 or 2 days. I could do one in an hour, but I would have to stop myself. I would have them stashed in the van.
You had so many stashed in the van. I was like, Mike, this is a guy who's supposed to be into fitness, right? And I was like, you're eating packets and packets of shortbread.
I would also stash them in my side drawer of my bed.
Yeah, I found them honestly, I found them everywhere and it was hilarious.
Yeah. I knew it was good for me. So
Was there something else that you used to have all the time? So when you went to work, what did you usually have?
Oh, okay. Arnott's Delta Creams. They're like...
So like cream Oreos? So like Oreos?
Yeah, not a sweet, but like
okay,
by
so
all
they're a
means
bit like
they're
Oreo
sweet.
biscuits, and
Yeah.
I think you said that you'd demolish the whole one.
I could eat a whole packet, so I'd have to limit 2 cookies a day to make it last the week before I'd go shopping next.
That's self-control.
Yeah.
But you said to me you used to go and like buy a donut or a sausage roll
Oh,
with chocolate milk. I was like,
So, my tradie breakfast used to be, this is a few years ago, I cleaned it up, but this is actually my peak fitness some of this, because I had to get calories in.
Yeah, okay.
I would have...
Didn't you feel grotty for eating
I
that?
felt terrible,
Disgusting.
but I loved it. I'd have 1 to 2 caramel donuts from the service station, but they were the proper dough donuts, like bread. They weren't just like Krispy Kremes.
Okay.
They were like proper donuts, and then I'd have a large iced coffee milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
Oh my god, that sounds horrendous. Oh, your insides.
Oh, the boys, you think milk
You eat bad.
affects me bad now. Back then it was worse because it was also chocolate milk.
Yeah.
So I used to get cramps by 9 o'clock in my stomach, and it was so painful. Your people are getting to know me too well. This is your vlog.
I'm learning too. Yeah, so we try and limit the consumption of milk for Mike because he becomes a bit stinky.
It's horrendous. Do you know what is really amazing?
What?
How quickly after a glass of milk it actually happens.
Mike! I'm making this wrap and then we're gonna go back outside.
Okay.
Too much information sometimes. So we're currently by the beach, which you can't actually see because it's so dark, using a little torchlight. Look, we brought out these biscuits. Shortbread bites. How good do they sound?
They sound delicious.
Don't they?
They sound
So I
really
actually
good.
wanted to pick up the ones that you had, the Scotch ones. Is it the Scotch one?
Oh, the ones I used to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think these will be better.
Yeah, but these are like little ones, so it's better, you know?
Yeah.
And then Mike's got his full fat cream milk. And we've got, look, milk and biscuits. It doesn't get better than that. This is what I was drinking earlier.
Is this a UK thing, milk and biscuits?
I personally love it. Some people prefer, you know, like tea and biscuits. I just love milk and biscuits.
Okay.
But when it's cold though, so this is why it's determined by weather sometimes. A good old hot drink and a biscuit is delish.
Yeah.
So here we go. I don't have enough hands, so you might have to.
Yeah, I'll hold the packet, you pull it.
Oh, you gotta hold it from up here.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, you go first.
Ooh.
Ooh, yum.
Am I going first?
Yeah, you go first.
Alright.
Ooh, they look yummy. Okay, we go. Open this for you.
Oh, you gotta put it in the milk?
No, you gotta drink the milk and have the biscuit.
Ooh, okay.
Have you ever done this before?
No.
You haven't ever drunk tea and biscuit? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is called influencing Mike.
Okay, so we drink the milk first?
Yeah, there's no specific way.
Oh.
It's just, oh, where did you put it? There we go. Your full fat milk. Yummy. That light is so bright.
Alright.
Come on, you gotta know, milk and biscuits, so good.
It really accentuates the flavour.
Yeah, it does, isn't it?
Oh, that's good.
It is, isn't it?
That packet's going tonight. Right.
Oh, okay. Oh look, we have a bug on it already. Excuse me? So I don't have as creamy as milk as you, but I don't normally get full fatty. I feel like we're doing shots with milk.
Shots with shortbread shots.
Oh my god. They literally just melt in your mouth.
They are good.
This is a problem when you get something really good. Your brain's like, oh god, I crave those now.
Oh, I'll think about these forever now. Every time I walk to that aisle, I'll be like,
They're so
oh.
crumbly. Oh, thank goodness we only got a few.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
And that's how you do it. Who goes partying when you get biscuits? So the light still isn't working. We need to sort that out tomorrow because we currently have no fridge because there's no light. There's something going on with the battery. Do you think it's because you spilled all of that water?
No, this has been going on well before any of that.
Yeah.
The batteries are protected from all that water. I think the connections come loose somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's not reading the batteries correctly.
Yeah, the battery just suddenly turns off even though Mike has left it in the sun with the solar panels and charging and everything, and it still turns off. And we literally haven't used it today.
But the key factor is, I know it works because when I set it all up brand new, it worked quite well.
Yeah.
I never ran out. It could go a week and then.
Yeah, but that's the way that you set it up, so it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
So it's the end of the day, and it is mango tan because it's been more of a cheat kind of. I don't even like using the word cheat, but a bit of indulgence. You know, having those shortbreads. I only had 2, but still, I feel like this day has been a day full of eating more than usual, and I think it was actually kind of needed because yesterday I went to bed. I don't know if I told you, I actually went to bed feeling hungry yesterday. And I looked at my macros and I was like, I can't eat anymore. And I haven't felt that kind of hunger for some time. I think it's, I don't know if you're sneezing, you're yawning.
Oh, God.
Yeah. so the light's really poor in here, but I know you guys can see me a little bit. So the macros have gone over in certain areas, but not enough in another. So my target of today was roughly 2,500, and I've gone over by like 57, which is fine. I always use this app called MyFitnessPal. Okay, well, that doesn't look very cool, so I'll have to talk to you guys about it instead. Something that I expected. Do love the fats a bit, so it's supposed to be hitting 350 grams of carbs because it's a high carb, high calorie day, and I hit 231, so pretty low on the carbs, well under on the carbs, 106 grams of fat. Yeah, definitely gone over for that, and the goal is 75 grams. Also over on the protein, which is 152 grams instead of 124. So overall, definitely over on the protein and the fats, way under on the carbs, under by 120 grams.
Is that how much you're under by?
Yeah, I was supposed to hit 350 and it's 230.
Jeez.
Yeah, so well under the carbs. I'm gonna have to do a higher carb tomorrow. Yeah, so I don't normally go over this much with macros and things, but today was more of an easier day, you know, not worrying so much about macros. Also didn't have the scales, so kind of just rough estimating what it was all gonna be. But normally if I have days like this where I go over slightly or things like that, then I just go slightly under the next day, and that's how I kind of work it out. But tomorrow, because it's a rest day, it's lower calories, lower carbs, and always keeping the same fat and protein. I always have 75 grams of fat and 124 grams of protein. For like higher carbs, lower carbs, it differs between 250 and 350 depending on what day it is and whether it's high calorie or not. So that is what's fluctuating at the moment. But normally on days where I run, I tend to have more calories and more carbs because it refuels the body for the next day of training, because running longer distances burns a lot of calories. So yeah, I use the MyFitnessPal as well. That's just something I've been using for years. That is macros for the day. We're currently in bed.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you're half sleeping.
Half.
It was actually really nice going out there. There wasn't a lot of people out by the beach today, and yeah, we had our milk and our biscuits and looked at the stars.
And I've been introduced to a new bad habit of biscuits.
Oh, are you into that now? Biscuits and milk?
Yeah, I think
yeah, but
so.
when it turns wintertime, you're gonna have to try tea and biscuits.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I have had tea and bickies.
Tea and bickies,
but not shortbread bickies.
Now we're living off of this light until it dies. Have a good day, have a good week, and I'll see you soon.